Hey there, scholars. Welcome to another lesson in well-ordered language with me, Mr. Brace. We are looking at Chapter 3, Adjectives, and we're doing a review today because you're taking a quiz on the chapter. So let's go ahead and jump in, do a quick review so that I can give you plenty of time to take your quiz. All right, adjectives. That's what we've been talking about. Those are a part of speech that modifies a noun or a pronoun. It answers the question, how many, whose, which one, or what kind. Go ahead and listen to our song.
An adjective is a part of speech used to describe or define the meaning of a noun or pronoun. It answers the question, how many, whose, which one, or what kind. It modifies a noun or pronoun. An adjective is a part of speech used to describe or define the meaning of a noun or pronoun. It answers the questions, how many, whose, which one, or what kind. It modifies a noun or pronoun.
All right. So it was talking about how it modifies a noun or pronoun. And I want to know, what are those? A noun is a part of speech. It names a person, place, thing, quality, or an idea. A noun can be singular or plural, as in one or more than one. And then a pronoun just replaces a noun. We're going to learn about those later. A verb is a part of speech that shows action or state of being. Adverbs, which we learned about in our last chapter, is a part of speech. It modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. It answers the question how, when, or where. Then we have principal elements. Those are the parts of a sentence that are needed for the sentence to be completed. Subject and predicate are those parts. So there are 8 parts of speech. These are classes of words with the same kind of meaning and use. They are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and interjections. All right, now that we've reviewed all of our vocab, let's go ahead and jump in and practice a little bit, analyzing and diagramming some sentences with adjectives. So, swiftly, the cheerful rabbit raced forward. So this is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought, makes complete sense. And it's a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about a rabbit. So I'm going to underline it and put a capital S above it to label as my subject. And then raced tells me about the subject in their sentence. It tells me what they do. So it is my predicate, and it is a verb because it's an action word. Now that I have all my principal elements, I can go through and do my modifiers. So I like to start at the end of my sentence. It's recommended that you do as well. Forward tells me what direction or where they raced. So that is an adverb. I'm going to have my bracket and arrow go there. Right. Rabbit, what kind of rabbit? It was a cheerful rabbit. It's telling me what kind it's describing. So that is an adjective. It's modifying a noun. And then the cheerful rabbit tells me which one. That is also an adjective. And I can connect my bracket because they are modifying the same word and coming from the same direction. Swiftly tells me how the rabbit raced. So I'm going to actually go a little bit lower and go underneath my adjectives bracket and then go back and create a new arrow for raced. I can't connect it to the bracket from forward because it's coming from a different direction. And then in my corner, it is an adverb. All right, so if I am going to diagram that sentence, I'm going to draw my baseline, write my subject, rabbit. Draw my vertical line. I'm going to make sure to leave myself some space because I got 2 modifiers for that. And then raced. Alright, then I go through and do my modifiers. This time I actually start from the beginning of the sentence. So swiftly goes to raced, and I'm going to make sure to capitalize it because it's the start of my sentence. Swiftly. The goes to rabbit, and cheerful also goes to rabbit. And then forward goes to raced. Alright, that's been analyzed and diagrammed. Let's look at a couple more before I let you take your quiz. The twins anxiously hunted. This is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought and makes complete sense. It's a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about twins. It's my subject. What did the twins do? They hunted. It tells me about my subject. So that is my predicate, and it is an action word, so it is a verb. Now I can go through and do my modifiers now that I have all my principal elements. Start at the end of my sentence. Anxiously tells me how they hunted. So it is an adverb. The tells me which twins. So that is an adjective because it's modifying a noun. Now my sentence is analyzed. Let's go ahead and diagram that. Draw my baseline. Write twins because that's my subject. Draw a vertical line. And hunted is my action. Then I go through and do my modifiers. The goes to twins. And I'm going to capitalize it because it's the beginning of my sentence. And anxiously goes to hunted. Alright, that's been analyzed in the diagram as well. Alright, let's look at one more. Quietly, the boys played. This is a sentence because it expresses a complete thought. It's a declarative sentence because it makes a statement. This sentence is about boys. I'm going to put a capital S. And this sentence tells me that the boys played. It tells me about the subject. So it is my predicate verb. Now I can go through to my modifiers. Which boys? The boys. That is an adjective because it's modifying a subject. And quietly tells me how they played. And that is an adverb because it is modifying a predicate, or modifying a verb, an action word. So notice how I went underneath here. I went underneath this bracket. I don't want to connect them because they're modifying different words. All right, let's go ahead and diagram that one. Draw my baseline. Write my subject. And vertical line. And then played. All right, I'm going to go through and do my modifiers now. I'm going to start at the beginning of my sentence. Quietly goes to played, and I'm going to put a capital Q because it's the beginning of a sentence. And boys goes to played. Oops. The goes to boys. I don't know what I was thinking just then. The. All right. Not a whole lot that you have to do, but that's how you analyze and diagram sentences with adjectives, adverbs, subjects, predicates. All right. Your task now is to do Chapter 3 quiz. Distant learning scholars, you guys are going to go to Google Classroom, take that on Google Form, and then in-class scholars have a paper version. All right, that's all I have for you. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.